Hi children, hope all are fine. We were discussing about the common practices or basic practices of crop production. We learned about preparation of soil, sowing, use of manures and fertilizers. And now we are going to start today the fourth practice of crop production, and that is called the irrigation, which is very needed. Water is very needed for the plants now, not only for the human beings, even plants too. Is one of the most important factors in order to grow. Okay, see, in the previous class, one of the most important questions I said you, the difference between manure and fertilizers, and one more question was there, the advantages of using manures in the field, and those two questions must be learned by everybody, because there may be a chance to get these two questions in the unit test which will be held on 8th of this month. Okay, see, irrigation. All living beings need water to live. Everybody knows that. Water is important for proper growth and development. See, have you heard about Dr. C.V. Raman? C.V. Raman. Yeah. One of the recipients of Nobel Prize for Raman effect. Am I right? C.V. Raman. In the year 1930, he received a Nobel Prize. Am I right? Regarding his contributions to physics, he received a Nobel Prize in the year 1930. Okay, see, in one of his articles, he wrote one of the sentences about water. See, water is the real elixir of life. What is elixir? You might have heard about the divine Amrita. Divine Amrita. It is mentioned in one of the Puranas, epics, divine Amrita. Once we happen to drink the divine Amrita, we get immortality. We never die. It's a belief, and there is no proof at all. Whereas C.V. Raman says divine Amrita is the imaginary elixir. Do you understand? Whereas the real elixir of life is water. And now we know in most of the areas now, people are suffering like anything because they face a problem, scarcity of water. And now we believe his words. Now we realize that divine Amrita is not. Water is the real elixir of life. And we know very well, all the living organisms in the world, they need water to live. Water is important for proper growth and development. Water is absorbed by the plant roots, and that we know very well. All this figure of a plant on that day I drew on the board. You might have seen. See, these roots absorb water from the soil. These roots absorb water from the soil. Okay, see. Plants contain nearly 90% water. In a plant now, 90% of the fat is water. Okay, see, that too have to be underlined. Water is essential because germination of seeds doesn't take place under dry condition. If you want to germinate a seed, we need moisture. Am I right? So water is needed for germination of seeds. And germination, that process, it never go on. The process it never goes on in dry conditions. We need moisture. So water is more important in germination of seeds. Nutrients dissolved in water are transported to each part of the plant. Water also protects the crop from both frost and the hot air currents. And sometimes, you know very well, see, due to cold now, ice may be formed in the field. And at the same time, during the hot season, hot air currents, if water is there, we can balance that. And you might have seen the farmers, during summer season, they water the field. They pour water in the field during the summer season. Why? Because we know very well, in summer season the fields may be dried. To maintain the moisture of the soil for a healthy crop growth, fields have to be watered regularly. If you want to maintain moisture on the field, we need to water the plants in a regular manner. The supply of of water to crops at regular intervals is called irrigation. What is irrigation? The supply of water to the plants in regular intervals is called irrigation. The time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop. The amount of water need to be poured in the field according to the crops, there are some difference. Okay, see. In summer, the frequency of watering is higher, and that we know. Just now I said in summer season, most of the plants fields will be dried, and that is the reason we need to pour sufficient water to the field in order to maintain moisture in the land. Okay, see. Would it be due to the increased rate of evaporation of water from the soil and the leaves? And actually, why do we need to pour the water or supply water during the summer season? We know the reason. All the ice age. I'm very careful this year about watering the plants. Last summer, my plants dried up and died. And see, one of the members says, this year I should be very careful. I wanna supply water in a proper manner. In a sufficient amount of water has to be poured on the field in this summer season. Otherwise, I may face the same what I had faced last year. Last year, I could not supply sufficient water in the field, and that is the reason my crops were dried and died. That means his crop was ruined. He did not provide much water in the field. Okay, see. Sources of irrigation. Actually, first there are different techniques of irrigation, and first I shall explain the traditional mode of irrigation. The traditional mode of irrigation, and they are mode: pulley system, chain pump, Dekli, and Rahat. These are the four common traditional ways of irrigation. Actually, no need to explain this. By seeing the picture, you would easily understand, because you are studying in 8th standard. All the you might have seen these kind of traditional way of irrigation. See the first one, mode. Actually, by using a pulley in the sense in well, in order to get water from the well, no, we use a pulley because it reduces friction and easily we can get water from the well. And see, such kind of ways is called, the ways of irrigation is called the mode. Okay, see. Traditional methods of irrigation. The water available in wells, lakes and canals is lifted up by different methods in different regions and taking it to the field. Actually, suppose here there is a well, and this water will be lifted by using a rope and a bucket, and it will be through a narrow path, and this water will be taken to the field, and that method is called mode. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods. So these methods are cheaper but less efficient. The various traditional ways are actually, these traditional ways of irrigation methods are very cheap at the same time. We can use cattle or labor, human labor, but these methods are cheaper but less efficient. Less efficient in the sense, it takes time, and nowadays, since the technology has developed a lot, we have motor. At the same time, different kinds of irrigation, modern ways of irrigation that we are going to discuss in the next page. Next is chain pump. The picture is there, chain pump, and this Dekli. All these ways you might have seen in the field. Then Rahat, and see, all these traditional methods are done with the help of either human labor or cattle. Okay, see. Pumps are commonly used for lifting water. Diesel, biogas, electricity and solar energy is used to run these pumps. Okay, anyhow, these four names of the traditional mode of irrigation has to be learnt. In the next day, we discuss about modern methods of irrigation. I repeat once again, traditional mode of irrigation are mode by using a pulley system, chain pump, Dekli and Rahat. Okay, we can conclude the class today. In the next class, I shall explain modern methods of irrigation. Thank you.